Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and today is the day, the launch of the new expansion, the Lost City of Un'Goro in Hearthstone, and we're gonna give a deck recommendation for every class. I think they're all quest decks, because, I mean, this is the expansion of quests. Again, I'm always gonna warn on day one, don't craft anything. Open what you can, make what you can out of these decks, because none of these are proven. They're theory crafted. I just always recommend waiting. But yeah, if you could try some of these out, and then in a couple of days, when we have some real data coming in, we'll give you guys some deck recommendations, but it's stuff to try out. I will be trying this all out over at twitch.tv/Zeddy. So if you want to check out what these decks look like, how bad they are, what cosmetics are, oh yeah, pets, the Hearthstone pets, we'll probably try that, and we're gonna do a full review on that on the channel. It'll be its own separate video. I'm not anticipating good things from it, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, you want to hang over at twitch.tv/Zeddy. We'll be trying everything out. All these deck lists are taken from Vicious Syndicate. I believe they have 45 decks total. So if there's something missing here, something, you know, you want to find something more, some more variety in your life, their article will be linked down below if you want to take a look at the other decks they recommend, or, you know, theory craft. Again, who knows if they'll be good. And we're announcing our giveaway winners for 3 rewards tracks out of my pocket. It's those winners there. They've been contacted. If I don't hear back, we'll pick new winners. So again, thank you so much for all the support, the 100,000. All we got left now is that brand Bronzebeard cosplay, which I do have on the way. Although one part of the order got canceled. It might be a little bit, but I promise you the brand cosplay will be coming and you won't want to miss it, right? We'll get crazy. Anyways, into the decks themselves. So, starting off with Death Knight, we have the quest Reanimate the Terror. We're gonna spend a bunch of corpses and you get that, basically a minion that goes into a location that goes into a minion. It can deal 4 damage, and we're playing cards like, well, we're being ambitious here with Scrapbooking Student to get more locations. Might be consideration to put Umbra in this deck. You might want to try that out, but main corpse spender is Foam Render, as well as Corpse Explosion. You have all these, you know, token minions just to gain tokens on the board, get more corpses to spend. Probably not going to be the best deck in the world, let's be honest, but it's something you can try if you open up that quest. So remember, on the level 1 of the rewards track today, you will get 1 random quest. So no matter what, you will have a quest to make one of these decks, whether you have the supporting cards or not. The only other real new cards in here, we have like the Reluctant Wrangler, we got Reanimated Pterodax, which does look really strong, and I believe, yeah, Blob of Tar, which you're going to see a lot, which is a free card, and it's going to be a very good one, I'm pretty sure. Next we have, speaking of Blob of Tar, the quest Deathrattle Demon Hunter. So we have the Unleash the Colossus quest, where you got to deal in increments of 2 damage a bunch of times, and then after that, those 2 damages will do more. So you have cards like Hot Coals, which can do AoE and go face, all for 2. So you can almost do like half the quest, or actually you can kind of like do half the quest in one proc if there's a full board. Nightshade Tea, but the idea, get it done, and then you have some late game validity with like Incendious, which can, those eruptions can do 2, which do 4. You draw a bunch of those, and overall you got the Deathrattle package, of course. Ravenous Fell Hunter, which we talked about yesterday, really good, and you can respawn Blob of Tar, and that 2/4 does deal 2 damage. So again, not really sold that this will be a great deck. I remember trying something very similar to this in theory crafting, and in theory crafting it felt pretty weak, so we'll see if it works out. But again, something you might want to try. The quest Token Druid, so we have the Restore the Wild quest for Druid, where you want to fill the board 3 different times, and we got a lot of cards that can help with that. In particular, Trees, the brand new tree card, can be quite nice, especially if you hit a low health minion, right? You get like 4 treants guaranteed. It counts as 4 filled and then attacks in, or just like Flipper Friends, which is almost a board full fill by itself. Mother Duck looks like it'll be a meta card if this deck can take off, in Ravenous Flock, and I believe Hatchery Helper. Really good cards with the new expansion and could see some play. So yeah, Quest Token Druid I think has a better shot, whether it's this version or whatever. I think could be a valid deck. We'll see how it plays out today. But yeah, it gets AoE'd a couple times. It might not feel so great, but Amir Drasul can really, really help any Druid deck get going, and that could absolutely be a thing. Quest, a Beast Hunter. So we have the new quest in here, the Food Chain, where you're going to play like a 1, 3, 5, and 7 attack minion. So you got like Terrawig, Ravagers, a really good card in this deck. Ravasaur Matriarch, another good one. Torga, Supreme Dynamancy, just to buff all your beasts, can be really strong, and they got the odd map just to help complete that quest. The reward is going to be interesting to see if it's going to be worth it, because that reward, you can get some garbage like Octosari as your 8 attack beast for 2 mana. You might not want to play that, but overall, looks pretty sweet. I like beasts, and yeah, I believe Supreme Dynamancy is probably going to be a safe craft for Hunter. I feel like that's going to be better than the quest probably, but we'll have to see how it plays out. The deck I want to play the most today, I don't know if it'll be any good, is Spell Quest Mage with the Forbidden sequence as your quest. Basically discover 8 cards, then you get that weapon, and then you can just kind of snowball from there. But we got like Yogg in the Box, the Galactic Projection Orb, the new Relic of Kings, which I'm not convinced will work out, because Wheel of Death and Quasar and like stuff can be really bad. But overall, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna try it out. It'll probably do terribly, but I do think Quest Mage will be good. I just think it'll probably be more minion based, because getting like random legendaries with Dark Gifts or like dragons can be really good. And yes, Vicious Syndicate does have a minion Quest Mage if you want to take a look at their list for that too. So I just think the spell one's the cooler one, so I wanted to highlight that. But yes, you can check out the Vicious article for a more minion based one. We're gonna recommend Murloc Quest Paladin. I'm sure people will hate it if it's good, because it's Paladin, it's vomiting stats, but it's got Grunty alongside our quest of Dive the Galactic Depths, where you're gonna summon those Murlocs, and it's a repeatable quest. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of my favorite cards of all time is in this deck, in Finja, the Flying Star. I will say that City Chief Esho, you have to get to level 20 to unlock that card, so you might not be able to get it day one. Just put it in other Murloc, I guess. But yeah, that might be something you want to try a little bit later if you can get to level 20 in a day or two, because it doesn't take that long. But yeah, you can't like craft that card. You have to open it. It is free, but you have to open it, I believe, on level 20. Not super sold on this deck. I tried a very similar build in Theory Crafting, but the Serpent Quest Priest, so we have that really cool double quest and Reach Equilibrium. We get that big Deathrattle taunt with Reborn and deals damage. Yes, we are running Cloud Serpent to get more of them, and Umbra to deal a bunch of damage. But overall, I don't know. I'm not sold on it being a great deck. I think Priest will be valid. Vicious Syndicate also has that new 7-mana 7/7 OTK style card. They have a list you might want to try for that, so you can take a look. But overall, yeah, you want to play Quest. You got Imbue in here, got some Greed. Could be pretty cool. There's achievements to go alongside completing this quest, so might be something to consider. I just don't know how valid it'll be, but I do think Quest Priest has a shot. I'm just not sold on this really being the build. Speaking of really weird decks here, Shuffle Quest Rogue. Yes, we have Adaptive Amalgam in this deck to complete that quest of Lie in Wait, where you gotta shuffle, I believe, shuffle 5 different times, and then you get that hero card, which is really cool. And then you're gonna want to try and shuffle Maulers and Asteroids, and you got your Illusory Green Wigs and Legendaries, Agency Espionage. Not sold on it, but it does look pretty random and fun, and I'll probably be trying this one out day one and giving up on it really quickly when it goes horribly wrong. But I do really love the quest and the hero card and all that, and I do want to try and shuffle some Infinite Ninja Turtles. Quest Shaman. This is a weird one. I have no idea if this will be the build for Spear of the Mountain, where you have to play like 7 different tribes, and then you basically get to adapt twice, and every minion you play gets those adapts. This build doesn't have Shutter Block, very low curve, very aggressive. I feel like a different build will pop up over time, but this is something to start with. Bunch of different tribes, a bit of cycle, of course, with like Flight of the Firehawk, the Curator, and we'll see. Maybe this works out, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, you want to get like the stealth or like plus attack, Wind Fury, Divine Shield, those type of things. It's just like, do we want Shutter Block for this? I don't know. It's probably pretty slow, but it's something you might want to consider in the future. Another deck I want to try out today, which just looks worse than Starships. It just does, but I don't care. I'm sick of Starships. Is Quest Control Warlock with Escape the Underfell. You get that portal, you can feed cards, get those big fell beasts or demons, whatever they are. They have Charge, Lifesteal, Taunt, really good cards. Honestly, they're not bad. And then we have like, you know, infinite value from that in terms of like health gain, right? It's got lifesteal. And then we play like, yeah, the usual, kill Jaded, Wheel of Death, try and win that way. Not entirely convinced this will work out. Does also have Elise, which is a really rad card and can do really good stuff. So we'll see if this can work out. And I believe the location package from StarCraft is there because it's just so good. So we'll see. I want Quest Warlock to be good. The portal's pretty cool, and maybe this build will be viable. And then lastly, I believe Vicious Syndicate labeled this as AFK Warrior, where you're just trying to survive with Enter the Lost City, survive those 10 turns, get those quest rewards. We just have armor gain, removal, and that's about it in this deck, right? We got the tourist card in Ham just so we can ramp with New Heights, and I think we're going to want to have some more value in our Quest Warrior deck than just surviving and maybe some dragons or mechs or bringing back taunts. But overall, this is purely the deck designed to keep you to that quest reward and see if it wins the game. I'm not convinced of it, but hey, this is a build that should at least let you complete the quest, right? You would hope. Anyways, yeah, those are different decks to try out for every class. Again, please don't craft anything unless you really want to day one. In 2 days, after we have 48 hours of data, we will have our first round of deck recommendations. Tomorrow, we'll have our day one patch review, probably another video with a full review, honest review of that pet, and we'll go from there, right? So we'll go from there. We'll try and throw in some gameplay too. There's a lot to talk about. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Good luck opening the cards you want to open today. Have a great day. Oh yeah, and come hang out over at twitch.tv/Zeddy. Come hang out if you want to check some of this stuff out. Anyways, enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.